What is going on, Collision community? We are live. We are excited to announce new for 2022 for all of you drummers out there, our exclusive masterclasses. Again, these are coming each month. Every single month, we are going to be providing you a brand new perspective from the leaders, change makers, artists who are just shaping this wonderful drumming industry. And again, we don't want you to miss a thing here. We want to put you guys in the center of the room. Imagine, you're going to your favorite drum clinics. That's been made difficult recently with the pandemic, with things going on right now around the world. So what we decided to do is bring the virtual drum clinic stage to you guys. We wanted to make sure that we weren't stopping. And as a brand, as we always say, we want to make sure that we're pivoting rather than pausing. So for 2022, we've decided to shape things up. And as part of our exclusive Collision Backstage platform, for every single month going forward, we are going to be bringing an exclusive masterclass. And that features a guest mentor, could be a Grammy Award winner, could be a game changer, could be an influencer, a mentor, individuals who are leading and shaping this wonderful drumming and music industry. We want to bring them to you. So rather than you waiting at the back of the room with your hand in the air, not getting those questions answered, we want to put you guys in the center of the room and have your questions answered by the brightest and the best as well. And we are launching this today. We have a very exclusive guest joining us in the wings very shortly. And to announce our brand new class, we also wanted to pair that with a brand new announcement for our very first masterclass this February. And we're going to be having Shay Sweeney drums join us today. Shay Sweeney is a phenomenal artist based in Ireland right now, currently working with Hudson Taylor, an international folk group. Again, some of the brightest and the best. Shay has worked and toured across the globe, from Fiji to Europe to the UK and Ireland, and again has lived it, breathed it and done it, and he's making music his full-time gig. In this masterclass, Shay's going to be breaking down the importance of communication, community, dialogue, consistency, and we're going to be bringing Shay up momentarily. But guys, as you join us, let us know what your thoughts are. We want to again hear from you guys today. If you please make them known below. You'll see that question mark. That is the question box. We want to make sure that we put your questions to either myself or Shay today. Again, this is a very interactive format. We want to just bring this announcement to you. Anyone wanting to watch the exclusive masterclass, which is happening literally next Tuesday. It's going to be live on Tuesday, and it's going to come out 22nd again of February, and it's going to be live 6:30 till 7:30 GMT. That's going to be UK Standard Time. We're joined by the man himself, expert mentor Shay Sweeney. Shay, how are you today? Good afternoon.
Yeah, all good. Sorry, I was trying to do it on my laptop there, but it just didn't seem to work, so we'll go with the phone for the moment.
No problem at all. Well, I want you to be a part of this announcement. It's really exciting. It's kickstarted with yourself, Shay, Collision artist and mentor. No better way to get started. Shay, for those musicians who are yet to, know a little bit about you, can you just briefly talk through kind of how you got started, who you're currently working with, and obviously what's keeping you busy right now in terms of studio work, teaching, all that good stuff?
Cool. Yeah, so I started out, I was 13 years old whenever I started drumming, and I just got the bug. I just got hooked straight away. Luckily, the school that I was at was quite music orientated, so I ended up doing lots of musicals, and we joined a lot of bands that were, I don't know, school bands, I guess. Yeah. And we got loads of experience. I got to travel around the UK and for different projects, so it was really cool. So we're really, really fortunate to have an amazing support unit from the get-go, really. So but outside of school, I was doing a lot of gigs. I was doing a lot of cover band work. Started getting into wedding bands, and then I started getting into like musicals in other schools. So I'd get kind of poached by other schools that were putting on productions, and I would go drum for them. So I was hardly in school at all, really. But anyway, that took me through till I was about 18 or 19, and then I ended up going to university. There's it's called BIM. There's a BIM in Dublin. BIM are like a music college. They're set up around, I think there's a lot of them around the UK, and they're setting up around Europe. But there was one in Dublin that I ended up going to, and that was just had a massive influence on, I guess, just pursuing a life in music and a career in music, because a lot of the teachers and tutors and lecturers that I would have had were professionals that were in the industry. They were all doing essentially what I wanted to be doing. You know, the college was there Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, but like all of them were out gigging, doing amazing venues, going on tour all the time with the top Irish artists. So that really influenced me just to see how they approached life, I guess, you know, and getting that work-life balance and all that kind of stuff. So after I graduated in BIM, I ended up joining a band called the Eskies, and I did a lot of touring with them around the UK and Europe. And then there was another band that I was playing with at the time, and we ended up going to Australia and Fiji, like you mentioned. So I've been to Australia a few times, and yeah, so that's kind of a very brief synopsis of where I started and kind of a few bits of where I ended up. But the band that I'm playing now with at the minute, well, I play for about 6 or 7 different bands, but the most well-known band are called Hudson Taylor, and we're just in the process of releasing the third album. So there'll be some very cool gigs now coming up.
Incredible.
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, so like, anybody that has any questions for the masterclass, just feel free to, you know, get in touch or whatever. Yeah, just give me the shout anytime.
It's a really exciting project we've been really broaching and really working on, Shay. What was it about kind of masterclass? What was it about Backstage that you said, you know what, I want to get involved? What were some of those reasons behind that, just for the drummers at home watching?
I just think it's such a cool... just Instagram and social media blows my mind in that it's such an accessible thing, you know, for a lot of the drummers that I'm inspired by. I follow them and I can, you know, put a comment or I can send them like an instant message. I just love that accessibility, but I didn't have that whenever I was growing up, like and where I am now in Ireland. We still don't have broadband, so it can be quite ropey. But whenever you approached me with the masterclass, I just thought, how cool is it that there's somebody in, like, you know, for me years ago, I would have loved to have had that opportunity. So the fact that there are people out there that you know have this, that they can just log on their phone or on their laptop and have whatever questions they want to ask, just for the fact that they can do it, I just think it's amazing, and it's an incredible opportunity for me. You know, I think it's important to just share all these experiences. You know, I just think it's an important part of the process for everyone.
Absolutely. And especially coming from a teacher, right? You know, this is what it's all about, sharing that insight. Knowledge is truly power within our industry, Shay, and obviously the power of proximity. I mean, for drummers even to be in the room with you, you know, again, it's just an incredible opportunity for you guys at home to sit in the room and be a part of something that's really special. Again, for an hour, Shay's going to be dropping an exclusive video. We're going to be, again, whilst we can't talk about what we're going to be discussing, we're going to be broaching and covering a wide range of topic areas, including communication, the power of obviously connection as well. You know, Shay, I'm sure you can point to many different points throughout your career where, you know, connection was just truly critical. You've already kind of mentioned different aspects of it, but, you know, again, it's not just about setting up the connection, but it's about maintaining the relationships, isn't it?
Yeah, big time, massively.
Absolutely. And guys at home, this is what it's all about. You know, again, who your network is truly your net worth. Who you're spending the most time with, you become the average of. So if you're sat there at home thinking, I want to get involved with a brand where I can be in the middle of the room, I can network with Shay, I can network with other like-minded musicians, you know, hold each other accountable, grow together. I think there's no better space or place to do it. And especially, as we were saying, Shay, we don't even have to leave the home anymore with social media, with Instagram, with Facebook. It's almost like we have a moral obligation to do that, not just for ourselves, but for the fans as well, because you've built a really great community of fans, followers, and friends, I imagine. I mean, we got connected through the power of social media, just by putting your best foot forward in networking. I mean, you know, even today, you know, can you provide a little bit of context around kind of, you know, your strategy when it comes to even just reaching out? You still, it's not like you're stopping that aspect of you, is it, Shay? It's always this continual journey of just meeting new people, growing. Why to you is that so important as a teacher?
Yeah, it's just if you're in this for the long game, you know, if like I keep saying, I just want to pursue a life. Sorry, I had to come over to the charger here. My phone's about to die.
No bother at all.
No, like, so pursuing a life in music, you know, it's all about those connections that you make, and you want them to be you just want them to be meaningful and long lasting, and it's so important, I think, just throughout life in general, but professionally, to go into a situation and be able to have accountability for yourself, and for that to lead to more opportunities, you know, for that, I guess reputation is a big part of it, you know. But making those connections and making them meaningful and going in with the best version of yourself, and just letting that kind of carry you through to the next project, whatever it may be. So yeah, that's.
I truly hear you, and I know a lot of drummers are sat where you were as that student or as that pupil, or, you know, watching, you know, their mentors, you know, take to the stage, almost leading the secret life, and kind of wanting to be in your shoes. Well, now they have an opportunity to actually sit in the room with you, Shay. I mean, you know, in terms of drummers, you know, out there right now watching at home, you know, when it comes to network and connections, you know, I know we're going to cover EPKs, press kits, kind of what we include within those, because still, you know, there's this enigma around all of those different elements to actually building reputation, building credibility, but also putting yourself out there. You know, again, a lot of drummers just focus on the actual playing, which obviously is the lion's share of what it means to be a drummer. But why, in your position and perspective, is it so important to just make sure that you're also not killing off that side of you? That's the PR, the promotion, being your biggest champion and being your biggest advocate, because we're working in a community where so many people can put us down. I mean, we're already at the back of the room. We're running at a bit of a, you know, already a disadvantage to most, like the lead singer and the guitarist. So why is it as ever important now with social media in 2022, as we try to seize, you know, those opportunities that are still out there? Why is it important to still, you know, just hit the ground running consistently?
Yeah, like I just think it's such an amazing tool to have, to be able to promote yourself like that. But the more professional I think that you can make these things look, like the EPK and the stuff that we'll be talking about in the masterclass, the more professional you can get those to look, I think it just portrays, you know, like the best, like I said, the best version of yourself. You know, you don't want to do these things kind of in half measures. You know, you really have to put your all into it. But to come back to what you were saying about earlier, you know, about the connection and networking, if you want to call it that, I've been very lucky that one of my best friends is a videographer, and he's also a sound engineer. So he's been amazing throughout this entire process for me. A lot of the times we'll go into the studio and he'll help me, you know, get the videos looking as best as they possibly can, and I also get the audio to sound as good as it can. But having that connection, that whenever I'm doing it at home on my own, because this is all relatively new to me, you know, like, you know, doing my own videos, and throughout COVID, actually, I ended up buying a load of microphones and doing the remote recording sessions and things like that. So it's still relatively new territory for me, being on that side. You know, like, I've recorded loads down through the years. I've recorded loads of albums, and that I'm super comfortable there. But actually, you know, press and record myself and doing all that, it's nerve-wracking stuff, but it's so amazing to be able to just ring up my mate and say, you know, how do I do this, or, you know, whatever the question may be. Like, it's just amazing to know. Like, I'm blessed to have him, but I'm blessed just to have a community there. You know, he's one person in particular that I often go to, but I feel very lucky that down through the years I've made so many connections with so many different sound engineers and producers and videographers and photographers that, you know, and that's the other thing about Instagram. We all follow each other on Instagram, so I can just shoot them a message and be like, I've got a quick question, would you mind, you know, how do you do this? And everybody is so obliging. Most people, you know, I haven't come across anybody that's turned me down or been like, no man, I'm not going to tell you that. Everybody has been so welcoming, and yeah, just want to share as much. I
think that's the blessing of our industry, is the fact that, you know, there's people out there, and this is a message to everyone at home. People want to just help, you know, where they possibly can, where they can say, hey, I want, you know, if you go out there and put it out in the world, you know, with this just perspective of abundance, and saying, hey, I'm not going to go out with expectations, but I'm going to go with an ask, and go out there and say, hey, you know, would you mind, or are you open to partner on this opportunity? Join us for this. You know, that's how I know, and we're going to get into it in the masterclass, but gigs and opportunities for you came up. And I think what's really, for me, coming away from today's conversation, Shay, and we'll pick it up in the masterclass on Tuesday, 6:30 till 7:30. For those wanting to be a part of it, the link is in the bio to Backstage. Come and join us there. And we'll talk about, you know, kind of this idea of just consistent growth as well. And that's kind of what you're kind of putting out there. You know, there's still things you're yet to learn. And I feel like we're always learning. Even the pros are still learning new tips, tricks. We can always be a bit better, faster, stronger in different elements of that. Yeah. And I think that's also going to lead to new connections as well, because it opens up another question. It opens up another conversation starter. And it's from the mic placement or from creating and recording in that home studio. Who do I now need to speak to help me out there? And just this, it's what it's all about, because our journey is fluid, right? And we change the path so many different ways, so many different forks in the road. Shay's going to go into it on how kind of, you know, through college, through school, different forks appeared. And through the power of connection, he was able to pivot and get to where you've landed, Shay, which is multiple tours around the world, playing with some of the biggest artists in Ireland and across the country and nationally, internationally as well. And now obviously teaching full time. And on top of all of that, being a father as well. So honestly, I want to leave it there. I just want to let this sizzle. I want to drop a little teaser for everyone at home. Share for those artists who want to get a little bit of a chance to find out more. We recommend them coming to join us, right, on Tuesday.
Yeah, please. Like, the more the merrier. And if you end up missing it and you still want to get in touch, just I'm most active on Instagram, so just send me a message if you have any questions or you want help with anything. Just don't be afraid to reach out. I'm always at the end of the phone. So
I told you, we're kickstarting this masterclass with the nicest artist in the community. You know, honestly, couldn't be nicer. You know, you always here to just help any artist you can share, and I think that's why the artists in the room have to attend and be a part of this, because they're just going to get so much out of it. So, Shay, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. See you Tuesday, my friend. Be well. And again, I hope you polished it and ready. I'll see you soon, my friend. Be well. What a session, guys. Incredible. You know, again, Shay's kickstarting our masterclass series of this February for 2022. In this coming masterclass, Shay's going to be teaching you the fundamentals, like I mentioned, of connection, how to build, maintain relationships, successfully securing major artist touring opportunities. Shay has done it, lived it, breathed it, and he's going to be walking you through some of the systems, the strategies, the approaches he's had, including mindset, which I think for all of us drummers, we can always add to and help support us. Because again, we've all been there. I'm a drummer. You guys at home are sat there, you know, sometimes looking at other drummers thinking, why am I not in that position that they are in? Why can't I get the likes, get the metrics, get the followers, get the opportunities that other drummers are securing? Well, it comes down to relationships, because as a friend of mine once told me, relationships are the currency of this industry. It is ever more essential that we are building relationships the right way, because there is a right and a wrong way to do it, and we're going to show you the best possible ways, the most strategic ways to do it with intention, but to do it with integrity as well. We want to make mutual beneficial relationships, help you create joint venture partnerships, and also streamline what you're doing on the front end, the PR side of you. Again, see your band as a brand, see yourself as a brand. Personal brand has never been more important now, with the power and rise of social media, the power and rise of obviously everything turning digital. If you're not online, we've got a problem. We can't not have an online presence now anymore. There's just too much happening here, too much happening on Instagram, social media. We're going to be covering it. If you want to be a fly on the wall, if you want exclusive access like never before to Shay's Masterclass, which is live, streamed to the comfort of your own home, you've got to do one thing and one thing only. That is click the link in our bio. Our team's been dropping the link in the comments below. All chat. And again, it's going to be collisiondrumsticks.com/membership. collisiondrumsticks.com/membership. I want each and every single one of you to type that in today, straight into the search bar after today's live, and go give us again a follow and have a look into the masterclass and the Backstage platform. Because for the cost of one drum lesson a month, literally the investment of one drum lesson a month, you're going to get access to Shay's Masterclass, all of the different programs and offers that we have Backstage, from mindset, again, mastery. We're going to be focusing on marketing. We're going to be focusing on the monetization of your music, doing it in such a way where you are selling and also serving. As well as that, you will get instant access to every single expert session we have had before Shay, and that has started in August of 2020. So hundreds of hours of expert sessions, mentors, with new classes added every single month. It is truly the place to be for drummers right now. And again, if you're not a part of this, others will be. We have 100+ members around the world joining us. All they're helping to level each other up and strive to be the best drummers they can possibly be. It's a must. It's an essential for any artist who is a modern drummer looking to learn, collaborate, and grow. And again, we want to go live today to announce for February 2022, our very first masterclass is hosted by none other than Shay Sweeney as well. And we can't wait to see you all. It's going to be the 22nd of February, this coming Tuesday. So you only have a short minute to go and sign up and join us 2 routes in annually. And again, that's committing to the process for the next 12 months. You're going to be working with myself, my executive team here at Collision. We're going to be showing you the systems, the structures, everything that has made this brand special and wonderful with that community approach. We're going to be supporting drummers like you guys at home. We're going to be supporting you to do that for your fans as well. For us, it's not about changing the way you play. It's not about changing the way you think. It's about adding value where we as a team see it. And we've got a team behind us. We've got executive mentors, coaches, producers of over a decade plus, drummers, 20-year veteran artists, touring musicians, Grammy Award winners, platinum selling artists. The list truly goes on. And they are here to surround themselves with you. Imagine having the team you've always wanted in your corner. At the click of a button, you can access Backstage 24/7, 365, whatever day of the week. Our content is recorded, it's on demand. And I'll let you in on a little secret. The reason why we started this brand and Backstage in the first place was because of community and the power that community offered. Last year, when the pandemic hit, you know what went down. Gigs cancelled, shows not going ahead. A lot of uncertainty in our industry specifically, because we were one of the first industries to actually lock down and get locked down. Opportunities taken away from us, disappointing stuff. But what we always say at Collision is, what can we control? Let's focus on the controllables and let's move forward that way, because it doesn't help us serve us sitting in, again, that uncertainty or just sitting in that kind of dull, disappointing process and position of, well, you know, again, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, I wish that had changed. We can't do and work on wishes. We got to work on certainty and pull the trigger. So when it comes to what we did, we launched a series of community events last year. We saw the power of community when 250 came to what we wanted to do next. We wanted to bring the platform to you guys. And we said, instead of doing this quarterly, why don't we do this every single month? And that's when we launched, again, Collision Backstage in August of 2020. And we are bringing in drummers, experts, mentors from around the world. And it is the hottest place to be right now. So if you are ready to pull the trigger, if you are ready to come and join us, be sure to click the link in our bio. We have pinned Shay's username as well. Give him a follow and be sure to come and join us backstage this Tuesday for Shay Sweeney's masterclass. And it's the very first masterclass of the year. I can't wait. You guys have got to be there. Again, if you're not in it, you'll never know the strategies, the systems, the processes that are making drummers like Shay full-time musicians and keeping them in this full-time work. And if you're a drummer sat there part-time, or even if you are full-time, there is a new perspective, a fresh idea, a fresh approach to take on board. And again, knowledge is power in our industry. As you guys know, it's not just about what we're learning behind the kit. It's about the business acumen, the soft skills. Again, all of these different things. This is what it is about and means to be a drummer in 2022. Again, speak to you all soon. Stay safe and well. More content coming. And again, we're going to be dropping exclusive interviews, artist discussions, Q&As, product launches and releases. And on top of all of that, guys, we're going to be bringing more masterclasses as well. Speak to you all very soon, and I'll see you all backstage. Link is in the bio, collisiondrumsticks.com/membership. Come and sign up, join us backstage. You don't want to miss out.